Okay, last video. I promise this one won't be as long. And on the other video, if you already knew how to do all your login information, it's probably not going to be a problem if you just skip ahead a little bit. You know, like if you know how to log in and navigate it, that was the main part of it. But make sure if you did skip over that whole video that you watch the tail end, because I gave very specific instructions on how I want you to take notes and then your 2 questions. All right. The dog got up. Okay, so the third topic today that we're going to talk about are some supplemental lessons. Edgenuity is great. It's got a lot of awesome parts about it, but it's got a few holes. So some of these stories we teach all the time anyways, and I have things that I teach with them. So we're adding those back in. So let me find my words. You're going to have supplemental work. I don't know if that's what I'm going to call it, but you're going to have some supplemental stuff that you do. So for example, your first story that you're going to start reading tomorrow is The Lady or the Tiger. It's a great story, by the way. I promise you guys are going to love it. So we're going to have a little extra something. So when you start your supplemental stuff on Thursday, I believe, it's going to look like this. So I'm going to give you some like worksheets to fill out, but we're going to fill them out electronically. So I have made these slides so that you guys can type right here in this stuff, but you cannot mess with the sheet. You can obviously move these around, but you just need to type your answers in. So you're going to have a couple. I'm still making them. So anywhere where there's red, where there's like a red text, you would double click in here. You're going to erase, type answer here, and then you're going to actually like type in your answer to that question. These are things that can be applied to multiple stories, so we're going to use these a couple of times. So that is your kind of supplemental stuff that we're going to do, and those are just things that I use all the time with stories. They're in class. Some of it you might get a little confused on. That's fine. You're just going to ask me questions on it. It's no big deal. We'll figure it out. I promise. All right, a big thing that I want you to be clear about. Edgenuity does not allow us to change our categories and like percentages the way we grade. So if you look on your syllabus here, let me get the right thing going. Where is grading? So this is how in PowerSchool, how I have it set up to grade your stuff, your daily work, your daily assignments. It's only 15%. Tests and quizzes I put in the same category because sometimes, we do poorly on a quiz, but, we rock a test. So it just kind of helps keep that leveled out. Your essays and projects are together, and then your final will be 15% of your overall grade. Well, Edgenuity doesn't allow me to split that. So don't pay attention to your Edgenuity grade. Pay attention to your PowerSchool grade. That's the grade that I really want you guys to look at. The other thing that I want you to know, if you're doing work in Edgenuity, right? If we're in this class, the same thing, you have an assignment that you do in Edgenuity, and when you complete that assignment, hang on, it's going to
highlight the big ideas and ideas that are repeated so that you can determine the central idea.
Okay. If you wanted it to read all of this to you, by the way, you could click play here. I kind of messed that up in the other video. So when you get through all 5 of these slides, it will turn in on Edgenuity. I will go pull that grade. When you do your supplemental work, you'll turn it in Google Classroom, and I will enter that grade. Okay, so we've got a couple of different platforms that we're working from. It's no big deal. Just the big thing I want you guys to know is you're checking your grade in PowerSchool and not Edgenuity, because They don't let me change the weights the way that I want. Okay, so a couple questions for you. One, how do you turn in your work for my class, right? So like this assignment here, how do you turn that in, right? Please answer that as specifically as you can. How do you turn work in, right, on Google Classroom and on Edgenuity? Your second question is, where do you check your English grade? I want to know what my grade is in the class. Where do I look? Okay. So answer those two questions. Now you should have all 6, right? You should have all 6 answers on that document. You need to turn that document in once you've watched all of the videos. Okay. That is it. That's all I have for you. I'm going to give you your assignment video, but those were all the instructional videos I had.